Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Woman's Cave.
Oh wow, with the Vanna White. I have to. No, you can't keep one. I need one by myself.
Wow. And see how she's
you go.
She's messing up our logo and everything.
It feels much better
because she just had to be like a 5-year-old. I'm Jake.
I am not a 5-year-old.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I put a 4 in front of it?
Oh no, don't you dare. Anyway, I'm Winona, the narcissistic 5-year-old. 5, right? Imagine, I'm gonna be so much cuter when I grow up.
Wow.
That was
Benjamin
weird.
Button kind of.
Anyway,
whatever.
So
we're the ladies of the And I Thought Ladies, and
we introduced ourselves, so we don't have to do that.
Yes.
By the way, good job.
Yes. All right. So we are co-authors, co-founders, like just about co-everything of the And I Thought Ladies, And I Thought series, and the Women's Cave. What?
You know my big head should move out the way. I think it's my ego.
Oh, you need to be humble. Anyway.
You were saying the books.
Yes. Okay. So, and the books are And I Thought Divorce Was Bad with Other Life Lessons. And I Thought Being Grown Up Was Easy. And I Thought I Could Juggle It All. And I Thought I Did My Journey Alone. And I Thought I Had It All Figured Out. A Fiction, Episode 1.
And my favorite. And I Thought the Workbook, book number 6 that you see every 3 shows or so.
Oh, yes, you guys. Hey, I almost forgot to ask you to subscribe. Hey, that's exciting.
Wow.
And you can check all these out on andwethought.com and what your ladies are doing on andwethought.com, or the books on amazon.com, barnesandnoble.com. And as Winona would say, if you order it from andwethought.com, we will send you something out in Dr. Script because she's not no chicken.
That is correct. I do not run away from anything in my life because I'm not a chicken.
Okay, so
I fly away.
What's been going on with your life?
Oh, great. I should probably tell you guys about my amazing project. I love my project. I do. It's just right in life. And it's not just my project. It's about life in general outside from the computer. Because everyone thinks writers are boring.
Wow. So we
go inside the computer.
Wow. Outside of the computer. And it's about what authors do and what we have to actually go through marketing and all this other stuff and mirrors and galas and literary things. And yes, I know literary things seem boring, but actually sometimes they're quite fun.
When literary things take you to Europe, it's never boring.
It's never
unless
boring.
Of course you're stopping to see the music.
Unless you're with boring people, and then
no.
You might be stuck drinking wine.
Oh, but in Paris. Oh,
but in Paris, though, yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
In England, as for the beer, we should probably stop the rambling.
Oh no, yeah, I'm about to get to my wonderful guest.
Okay,
and she's about to introduce herself. We'll just give me 1 second.
Okay.
So, Just Wedding Life, you guys, it's coming up. We'll have probably an extended trailer or maybe a short episode on the end of this month. So that would be the 30th of April. Okay, that's it.
And if you want to see the other small trailers, go to our YouTube channel.
Absolutely. And you're not here to see us. You're here to see our wonderful guests. Wonderful guests, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Christine Merrill. I am a romance novelist of, at last count, I think 21 books and 5 novellas and 5 short stories.
And you guys,
wow.
She writes great books. It's funny.
Oh, thank you.
They're very humorous. I tripped over one, something about a prince, and I was like, a prince? I need to find out what happened with a prince.
Yes, I should. The Tourist of Zenda. It's a Prisoner of Zenda type story where a girl who is vacationing in Europe ends up standing in for the prince, the bride in a royal wedding, and the bride is kind of a not really Lady Gaga, kind of a Paris Hilton who gets a black eye before the wedding and can't be in the wedding videos.
Exactly, and it was funny. I'm sorry, that was so very humorous. The first scene where he wouldn't let her at the cafe, it was like, I'm sorry. I do digress. Although I do have one question about that entire thing. How did you carry that simile of the Prisoner of Zenda through the entire book? Like every time I went back through, I was like, I can see it here, I can see it here, I can see, and of course, the middle and the end where it was mentioned. But I mean, you did a really good job.
I love that movie. I mean, that's my absolute favorite. Well, not absolute. Well, top 10 favorite stories. Apparently, there's a sequel to it that's all dismal, and both the prince and the princess die. And I thought, well, screw that. So we will just stick to The Prisoner of Zenda, where he goes off heroically at the end, but he doesn't get the girl. And I wanted a version where the guy and girl got together.
Well, you have to have one. I'm told that if you're going to write one of these books, that there has to be a HEA, happily ever after.
Oh, hell yes. If it is a true romance novel, it has a happy ending.
Yeah, so untold. So untold.
Oh, man. That's so funny. I'm sorry. I was laughing at Winona because she has been writing a book. I think that she doesn't understand that it is not a romance. It's a romance with yourself. I think the lady is coming into herself, and her happily ever after should be she finds herself. I
actually tried my hand at Rolling Romance once, Miss Merrill. It was a beautiful book.
It was not.
And at the end, she loses the boyfriend, the fiance that she dumped the boyfriend for, and she ends up being by herself. And she learns that the best thing that she could ever have is a relationship with herself. She falls in love with her and her business.
That's cool with me. I will admit, I kind of thought 50 Shades of Grey at the end of the movie, if she just walked away and said, well, you're a jerk, and now I'm going to live my own life, that could have been an end. I mean, that character needed a lot of work to get past. He was a fixer-upper, you know. Go back to school, get a job.
So what got you into writing in the first place?
I thought it would be easy, and it's not. Mm-hmm. I always wanted to write a book, and then I thought, well, that's not practical, so I got a job in theater instead, which was not exactly any more practical.
Yeah.
I for a living. And then I had a couple of kids, and it's really hard to keep up with theater and have babies, so I stayed at home, and I thought, well, I hate housework and I hate being here. I got to do something fun, and that would make it so I could afford a housekeeper. So I'll write a book, and I can do that from home, and I don't have to wear socks. And romances, I mean, how hard could they be? Because, you know, they have to just all end the same way. And that was like 1999, and I sold the first book in 2005. So the kids were like in high school and capable of making their own supper and cleaning their own room. And but you know, once I started it, I loved it. So
I gotta be happy though that you at least did get success. I mean, 6 years for success is not bad. Not bad at all. It's taken me a while. So anyway, so you wrote the book, and then you said that you sold the book?
I had some rejections first. I won a contest with my very first historical.
Woo!
It's called the Golden Heart. It's the Romance Writers of America Unpublished Manuscript Contest.
Uh-huh.
It was like every year, my goal was to have a finished book in November when it was time to send in the contest entries. So the first books were really bad, and they got really bad scores, and they bounced back. And then I started getting a little closer, and there was a point where like everyone else was finally in this contest, and I was just in the bathroom weeping. And I was making pizza for my family. I said, I'll make my pizza last because no one likes my pizza but me. No one. And that was like a year or two before I finally really got it together with this book. But the year I submitted, at that point it was called Secrets of All Hearts. It's now The Inconvenient Duchess. I had 2 books out. I liked the other one better. And then it came time around to announce the finalists, and I'd finaled, and I didn't really know what to do about that. So I go to the big awards ceremony, and I figure I'm going to lose because everyone hated this book. I mean, I got some really bad contest marks on it, and none of the agents wanted to see it. None of the editors wanted to see it. And they had a ceremony that went on for like 3 hours. It was this major production number, but there were some problems in that it was supposed to be this big retrospective with everything that had happened in the last 25 years. And everything had happened that in the 25 years was bad. I mean, the Challenger blew up and Diana died and the Twin Towers fell. And they had all these montages that just had all of these sensitive romance writers like getting drunk and crying. And it went on and on and on. And I had a flask in my purse because I figured once I lost, I could start drinking. But
like you.
I won.
A lot.
I went up on the beach and I came back and I'll screw the top off the flask and I'll have a drink, and the flask broke, so I couldn't take it off. So I sat there for another hour and a half with brandy running down my arm, and eventually I just poured it all into like a bar glass as I was walking out. But then I didn't find any of the judges and no one said anything. And then 2 weeks later, out of the blue, I got an email from England. Mills and Boon, the English brands of Harlequin Historical, had judged the contest. And they had all gone back to England because they had like a red-eye flight, so there was no one to talk to after the awards. They just emailed me later and they said, we'd like to buy your book.
Nice. That is so cool.
And I said, sure.
Wait, so let me understand this. You write historical stories for a publisher based in England. Dang, girl.
And I've never been there, and I never would have submitted there because I didn't think they wanted Americans.
Right.
So,
wow.
The Americans were rejecting me, and if I'd have tried England, I'd have had better luck.
That is so impressive. Wow. So how excited were you? I mean, was there pizza for dinner, or did they get like full-blown dinners then?
Was it champagne? Or?
We were going to go visit my mom. We had like a 2-hour drive. And so we packed up the car and went north and stopped at Hardee's, and the dog ate my sandwich.
No.
But I didn't care. I just had like the email stuck in my pocket, carrying it everywhere and rereading it.
Oh, that's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's like the best letter you can get. Oh my goodness, that's so exciting.
Yeah, that is exciting.
Yeah. I can't wait for that moment to happen in my life. I have something great to look forward to. Bigger than even me.
Wow, that big? That's amazing.
I was going with actually fat, like bigger.
Okay, you know what? I'm not. Nope. Hashtag Willis.
Hashtag okay.
I can't do it with you today.
Miss Merrill, do you mind if I take a moment? I'm so sorry. I just wanted to say, since you're going to say hashtag Willism, you might as well get a good one.
No.
Not bigger than even me is not a good one.
Okay, we're done with that. And another question is, okay, so you decided, okay, it's going to be very easy and I'm going to write this book. So did you find that you had to market yourself
after getting signed?
Well, I'm really bad at it. But yes, you have to market yourself. I mean, the first one, I like kind of pretended it didn't happen. I just thought, well, you know, I'm writing with my own name. Oh, that'll be so easy and cool, and it's a good basic historical name. And then it was about to come out, and it was like I wanted to take it back because all of a sudden everyone was going to know that I wrote these romances. And so I kept saying, well, you know, I'll write the next one, and it'll take forever. And you know, I took like a couple of weeks off work to finish the second book. I said, no, they're not going to get back to me for weeks. And they got back to me in like 3 days, and they wanted me to write 3 more books. So I quit my job. And then I started actively, you know, that was about the point that I got the website, and I started sending out more review copies and paying attention. And I'm still always a mile behind in marketing, trying to remember to do the Twitter, do the Facebook, do the right Facebook, hook the Twitter to the Facebook, blog ever, look through my author email to see invitations from people like you. I ignored you for like a month and a half just because I didn't expect to see anything but like junk mail from the Boston Globe.
Oh, well, okay, that's some decent junk mail though. I mean, that's some decent literary junk mail.
Yeah, it seems very important.
It doesn't it? I'm sorry. You were saying. I get easily distracted. I apologize.
Oh, me too.
Even while writing, that's what's sad. I want to finish what she was saying. You were saying junk mail in marketing and Twitter and all of that.
Oh, yeah. I'm always a mile behind on everything. I'm getting a friend of one of my sons to assist me this summer. And I said, look, these are the things that I always forget to do. I forgot my business cards. Last time I went to an airport, I forgot my passport. And I did a book signing with my dress on inside out. So if you could make that not happen anymore.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
I kind of need a keeper.
Yeah, you do. And I know some.
I know. So a lot of
we may not have agents, but we definitely have managers. So we know a few.
It's kind of funny as you go through things, and they're like, "Where are your cards?" And you're like, "What card? Oh, my cards! Why did I leave them home?" I've never forgotten my passport, but I'm sorry for you. Woo.
My second son, ended up driving as fast as he could, bringing me ID, and I made the flight. But yeah, I went 45 minutes and looked in the purse and went ticket and purse and no ID. Nope.
Oh man.
So.
Oh my goodness. Well, she didn't forget her passport, but that almost happened to a co-author of ours. But she actually missed the flight completely and had to come in the next day, which worked out actually. Because we can only have a certain number of people. I'm not telling the entire story. And here I am rambling the whole entire story. But I want to ask you a question about you. Did you DM to Dash too, right? Yes, I'm trying, making an effort to share.
Sorry, I'm laughing at her already.
So my question is a one-part question, you guys. What does it feel like to be like the dream come true writer? Because every writer wants to be you.
Every writer wants to be me. Which part? The part where I'm out in public, or the part when I'm at home?
No, like the whole like kind of Cinderella story. You went from mine is the rejections. You worked hard for it, but once you got it, you got the publisher. It was in the country, and now you're going to book signings, and you get to quit your job, and you get to do this full time. I mean, oh my word!
It's like the Cinderella story.
It's a Cinderella story. It's a story we all want.
Oh well. When you're at home, it's the same old life you already have. Being writing full time doesn't fix any of the problems. It creates some new ones, but for me, not that many of them. I mean, I didn't get thin. I didn't get fabulous. I still, I'm wearing Crocs right now, but you can't see it because that's below. What happens below the desk is
not important.
A mystery. And I like the fact that I can fall asleep at any time of day because my hours are my own. So I'll say I'm working all day, and then I'll play solitaire until 2:30, and then I'll quick write 1,000 words and take a nap. Or I'll play solitaire until 8:30 at night, and then I'll be watching the Late Late Show. And when I'm out in public, that is definitely Cinderella time. I never thought I'd have evening gowns in my closet that I actually got to wear. I've been to New York a couple of times. I signed at Book Expo, which is a big conference. Nicholas Sparks, the notebook guy.
We know who Nicholas Sparks is. Best interview of the authors, right?
Best pecs of the authors, in my opinion. Actually, not pecs,
really?
Biceps. He was there in kind of a tight T-shirt. And I was in the little short line across the aisle from him, with, waving my books and flagging people down, saying, "Free book, free, it's free." But yeah, I get to kind of hobnob with fancy people, and my publisher treats me pretty good, and I make enough money to live.
Yeah.
To contribute, I should say, because I got a husband here. Takes care of me, treats me like a diva, so that's good.
Oh. See, now that's what the important part is. Because
that's the real
once you have a creative person that can put on Cinderella dresses, she needs to be the diva. It's over.
I call her the fabulous Christine Merrill. The fabulous Christine Merrill is the one that does the interviews. And the regular Christine Merrill, I'm really surprised there is not a cat right here in front of me on the desk. Usually there is one sitting on the keyboard right now, or the dog starts barking, or I'm knocking over soda glasses, and I've got like paper towels and dishes all over. But that all gets blocked out because the fabulous Christine Merrill doesn't have problems.
Exactly,
Oh my goodness,
right?
I know.
We say the same thing.
We're like, today is the fabulous Jade and the fabulous Winona.
Exactly.
Because they don't have problems. All we have is these gorgeous dresses that we go to these galas and like that's what we have.
Red carpet all the time.
Exactly.
Or oh no, when we sit in the makeup chair, regular Jade and Winona goes away.
Oh my goodness, that is the best feeling once you sit in the makeup chair.
That's when you know. It's done.
Like you suffer to get there. You sit down in the chair, and the artist comes in, and she starts doing your makeup, and you're like,
yeah,
oh yeah,
I have arrived.
I forgot. I'm awesome.
Yeah, see, I gotta get that. I was here doing my own makeup, and I had my 23-year-old son coaching me on getting a halo light and adjusting my camera.
Yeah.
More about lighting women than I do, Sean.
Well, you have to. You have to.
I need handlers.
It works great because we have a makeup artist that's actually in our group that writes with us. So when we go,
have two of them.
We have two of them. And so when we go, we either bring one that's like in our public faces, that's in the 5, or we'll bring the extra one and she'll just be our makeup artist. And she's terrific. She does like TV style makeup. And then we have the other one who does like a really nice day look. So when we go out for photos and stuff, you've got to get one. You got to get one.
I definitely do. I need an entourage.
You do.
You do.
For the fabulous Christine.
Yes.
You have to. You have to.
Okay, this is
polish my tiara and carry my train for me.
Exactly. Sweetie, hold this.
Okay, we need to ask like one more question.
No, I do have a question.
Yes, okay, because at least I'll make 4 questions.
I'm thoroughly enjoying delving into the fabulous life.
Okay, 4
I'm
questions.
back. So we're gonna do this 4th question, which is you said interview. So who was like the best interview you've done? And we better be number 1. I mean, what was the best interview you've done?
We don't have to be number 1. We know we're like all the way down at the bottom of the list, but thank you for letting us be on your list.
Oh no, you are definitely number 1 right now. This is the most fun I've had in ages. Who has interviewed me? Not many. I'm a best kept secret. I guess I did the local book talk show in my last town on public access TV. That's how huge I am. And I don't think anyone saw it.
Whatever.
No.
Did you see it?
Oh, well, yeah, I watched it.
Well, there you go. Someone saw it. Because
this is my breakout moment. It's got to be you guys.
That's hilarious. Whatever, fabulous Christine will never say that you were in the same room with Nicholas Sparks. And he might have said hello to you. That's the important part.
Exactly.
Oh, he didn't, but he might have.
Right.
Because you were in
You were close enough to see that he had decent pecs. That's it.
That's it.
I've never had that. I've never had that.
That's the moment. There you go, basking.
The closer I got to it was like a good-looking gray-headed guy. I was like, oh, that's nice. All right, I'm done.
See, I've actually met 2 of people's sexiest men alive.
Woo!
When I was in theater, Mark Harmon from NCIS.
Oh,
has the bluest eyes ever, and he was the nicest guy I ever met. And this was about 89, 90. He did a TV movie, and I worked on costumes and hemp pants, and he was there, and he was gorgeous. And then a year or 2. It was right at the same time Chris Big from Sex and the City. And at that point, he was young and kind of scrawny, and he was just in the worst play in the world with us. It was Peruvian or Chilean, and he played some sort of bandit, and there was a whorehouse, and I made his pants. So I can say I was in Chris Noth's pants, but he wasn't there at the time.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's
Your
hilarious.
publicist is probably having a field day with that. I mean, with those 2 things, she writes romance novels and she was in Chris Noth's pants. Oh my goodness, yes. I mean,
yes.
What can't you sell, boo? What? With those two things together, what can't you have? Anyway.
Okay, I guess it's time for us to like wrap up because we've been on here for a long time. Okay, so first and foremost, I need to extend you an invitation. We are going to do another Doctor Who, Whovian versus Whovian, and we would like to extend an invitation for you to come to our show. When we do it, we normally have like a big old panel discussion, so it'll be like 7 or 8 people on there, and we'll nerd out, and it'll be fun.
I would love that.
All right,
okay, so that's one. I want to extend the invitation. And 2, where can people find you? Twitter, Facebook, all those things that you need a manager for.
I am double_cheese on Twitter. I am Christine-Merrill.com webpage. And I am, I think, just Christine Merrill on Facebook.
Oh, nice.
Or Christine Merrill Books on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys please go check her out.
Her books are amazing.
Yeah, her books are
And
great.
Fabulous Christine is better than her books. I'm joking.
She is better than her books because that's bigger than life to write them. As we all know.
Exactly.
So we are your ladies of the And I Thought ladies. Then I am Jade.
And I am Winona. Wow. Never mind.
Excuse me. How are you just gonna mess up my ending? Like, oh, Winona.
I'm not messing up my money at the beginning. Just be happy. Be happy. I'm not messing up the money. Go for it.
She makes you want to do a meditative state. Okay, here we go. So I am Jade, and that's Winona. Hopefully she doesn't like interrupt me again. And we have written 5 books, And I Thought series, which are all available on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or on our website, at andwethought.com. And you can always check out what your ladies are doing, us 2 or the other 11, and keep up with our latest things. And our Just Writing Life, which is coming out soon, so we're very excited. Our docuseries, we're gonna try to hype up writers, you guys. Let's do it.
Hey, so you guys, you really should check it out for one reason in particular. We are going on tour in York. Wait, yeah, that's the right now. We're going on tour in York, so you can watch us go all around and then get confused and occasionally argue with each other. Or manager.
Oh, it doesn't really matter because then it'll be wine and stuff.
And then wine and all things are forgiven. Yeah, but that's not important. But I mean, it's going to be fun to watch London.
Yes.
And also, I wanted to mention before we forgot, since she always remembers to do the subscribe thing, which reminds me that, hey, you guys, we do actually have a heart, and we have a program for the survivors of domestic abuse program at scarletrblack.com. Please check it out and support it. Continue, Jade, if you like.
And so with that, just remember, you guys, that wisdom is all around you if
you're open to finding it and accepting it. What?
High five.
3. I'm down to 3.
Woo! And the count. Okay, anyway.
Peace and love, you guys.
Peace and love from Jade
and Winona.
Bye-bye, you guys.